What if we could just rewind for a second in your life, and instead of you getting mad, instead of you going back to your sin, instead of you going back and hoping that your little altar that you've made, the place that you worship at, the thing that you don't want to let go of, all the things that you have tried to build in your life that God is allowing to be ripped apart and ashes are now being poured out from it. What if you didn't go back to that thing and instead you just said, Lord, I'll tear it down. You don't got to tear it down. I'll tear it down. You don't have to send somebody to burn bones on it. I'll tear it down. And what if somebody in here said, I'm tired of my sin. I'm tired of my altar. I'm tired of going back over and over again to it because I keep getting shriveled because of it. And what if Jeroboam would have said like David when Nathan confronted him, I am wrong. Forgive me, I've sinned. What if he repented in that moment? How much differently could it have ended? Think about that. Think about Israel could have gone into another golden age. Israel could have been led into revival by their king. Can you imagine what could have happened in his life if he hadn't stretched out his hand and said, I'm keeping it. I don't care what you say. But that's not what happened. Go back to the real version, Asher. He stretched out his hand and he said, seize him. And the hand he stretched out toward the man shriveled up so he could not pull it back again. And the altar was split apart and the ashes were poured out according to the sign given by the man of God, by the word of the Lord. And right there at that moment, God was saying, if you will not listen to my word, maybe you will listen to my hand. I'd much rather listen to God's word than get his hand against me. And what God is trying to tell us here today is that he will let that hand and every effort that you make to keep what you want shrivel up, not because he is against you, but because he loves you. And he loves you too much to let you keep hanging on to something that is literally killing you. And he says, if you won't destroy it, I will.